Hi everyone, γεια σας και καλώς ήρθατε to another episode of Dimitra's Dishes. Everyone loves the viral Dubai chocolate, and I have found that an easy way to make it by making a Dubai chocolate bark. You're not going to need any special equipment for this, like silicone chocolate making bars or cups or anything like that. We're just going to use a baking pan, some parchment paper, and the freezer. That's it. It's so easy. It has all the delicious flavors of the Dubai chocolate, yet just a little tiny bit, a quarter of the work. Let's get started. Okay, we're going to begin by making that delicious kataifi filling. So I have 150 grams of kataifi pastry, and I'll just roughly chop this, and then it's going to go into a skillet that already has 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter that's just melting. We're going to toast this nice and slowly over medium heat until it's coated in that butter and it gets golden and toasted and just crispy and delicious. That takes about 10 minutes, and you don't want to step away because if it burns, then you have to start all over. As soon as it's crispy and golden like this, we'll take it off of the heat. And then I'm adding lots of delicious pistachio cream. I'll put the link to my favorite pistachio cream in the description box and on the blog post. I've tried so many, but this one is by far the best tasting one, and it has pretty decent ingredients. We're gonna need about 350 grams or 12 ounces of the pistachio cream. You can make your own, of course, and if you want me to teach you how I make it, you can post it in the comments and I'll put that recipe out as soon as I can. If you're not a fan of pistachio cream, by all means, a hazelnut cream will work just as well and it will be just as delicious. So we'll add the pistachio cream now into the kataifi while it's in that warm pan. It's gonna help it distribute evenly, coat that kataifi with all that sweetness, and then that's it. Now we're just gonna melt the chocolate. So use your favorite chocolate for this. I like using milk chocolate. I just get the best tasting chocolate bars that I could find. I love using European chocolate for this, either a Belgian or a Swiss chocolate would be best. And if you like it less sweet, of course, you can use a combination of semi-sweet and bittersweet chocolate and pretty much customize it to your liking, but we all like milk chocolate around here. So I'm going to melt 500 grams of milk chocolate over a double boiler. And then I have 90 grams of white chocolate also that I'll melt over a smaller double boiler. Just don't step away from this because chocolate too can burn if it's overheated. So once most of the chocolate has melted, you can turn the heat off and then mix everything using a spatula until it's all nice and smooth. Take it off of the heat, and then we're just gonna put everything together. So I like to use a half-sheet baking pan for this, and I just line it with a piece of parchment paper. First, pour all of the milk chocolate onto the parchment paper and spread it out evenly. Next, we're gonna drizzle that white chocolate over the top, just here and there and everywhere. And then using a toothpick, I just like to create little swirls all around to blend the white chocolate into the milk chocolate to create a really nice design. And then just using my clean hands, I'll take that kataifi pastry that's coated in the pistachio cream, and I'll just put it all over the top of the chocolate. Using the toothpick again, I'll just swirl it all around. And at this point, it's gonna go into the freezer or the refrigerator, wherever you have space, so it can cool and harden and set completely. It's much easier to chop this up while it's really cold, and that's why I like to stick this in the freezer. Once it has set, go ahead and transfer it onto a cutting board. I like to cut it on the parchment paper on the cutting board just because as soon as it touches the cutting board, it's going to start to melt, and then that's just more cleanup. So just do whatever you find easy. Chop it up into either small or big pieces, whatever you like. You can use this to put into gift bags, give it out as gifts, or even to garnish other desserts. This tastes delicious in the trifle that I'm making that's coming up, so stay tuned for that. But it's ready to serve. And just like that, the chocolate is ready. As you can imagine, I'll already say this because every time something can be made ahead of time or you can double or triple a batch, I will tell you to do so. And you're gonna wanna do it for this recipe because it is the perfect thing to bring and give as a gift. Like if you're going over somebody's house, you don't have to stop at the bakery or here and there because they're gonna love this. You can just package this in little bakery boxes or bags or however you want to. Stick it in other like goodies that you're bringing, and they're going to love you for it. Share my recipe with them as well if you'd like, so that way they can make it for themselves. But I can't wait to bite into this because it's just calling my name. I don't know about you guys. I know everybody these days is a fan of dark chocolate and things like that, but milk chocolate will always have my heart. I love it. You can taste the love in that. So good. That chocolate is super creamy. That pistachio kataifi is crispy yet pistachio-y. You could do half pistachio, half hazelnut. Any which way you make it, it's so good. If you want to make it a little more grown up, you can add some toasted pistachios, just chop them up and sprinkle those on top of the chocolate as well. There's so many things you can do with this. I'll put as many of the options as I can think of on the blog post. You can check it out on dimitrasdishes.com, where you can print this recipe out and just read all of those tips and tricks and make ahead ideas. I'll try to put as much on there as I can. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I'll see you all next time. Gracias.